You don't know. You might walk out the door and,
Get hit by a car.
Oh, no. I was trying to be positive here with his devil, right? No, that's not going to happen. Somebody gives you flowers. How about that?
Sure. We'll go with that.
I mean, come on. Do you want to get hit by a car? Don't say
I really would prefer not
God,
to.
please.
I would prefer
Imagine
not
how horrible
to.
it would be. You just did it on a podcast and then you come out and...
What's going on, everybody? I'm Walter Hooper, and this is another Marketing Minds Meet. We are, well, as you can tell, I hope you can tell, we are not at the Knot. We are in a gym / fitness studio in Grosse Pointe Woods. We are at Body Matrix by Margo, which is right off of Mack Avenue, just before Cook Road in Grosse Pointe Woods, Michigan. And so we should, though. I think we should. We should do some more field trips to other establishments and do off-site shows. And so I am thrilled to introduce the owner of Body Matrix by Margo. She is a fitness guru, a fitness expert, and she's got quite the background just in general and the story of how she got to where she is today. So I am thrilled and happy to introduce to you the one, the only Margarita Stetz. How are you?
Oh, thank you. Well, that was a great introduction. I appreciate it. I brushed my shoulders off here. So I'll tell you guys a little bit about my
yeah, let's get right into it.
Story. So I am Russian, as you can hear, probably. The accent is still there. So I grew up in St. Petersburg, and I grew up pursuing ballet until I was about 14 years of age. And then after that, I just kept learning different ways to challenge my body. Always loved anything active. Fell in love with tennis. Then I was just taking different classes, tried a lot of different things. I got certified in yoga a while back when I lived in LA. Took that path and really enjoyed meditation and breath work and yin yoga in particular. I felt like my body needed that. We all need to sometimes just stop and breathe. And it seems so, yeah. But actually, when you breathe in a pose for 3 minutes, it can be very challenging because our mind keeps going, taking us places, but you have to be present. So I am actually going to start doing yin yoga at my studio. Right now, it's all resistance training, and I always stretch my clients at the end, and I do incorporate some of the yoga moves. But we do focus on strengthening, building the muscles, because we want to prevent bone density loss as people are aging. So a lot of my clients are women. It's 95% women, and I do have a couple gentlemen that I've been working for years now before I opened this studio, and it's mostly via Zoom, and they do come maybe couple times a month in the studio. So we've been open for 6 months now, and it's been amazing. I'm very grateful because location is really good. Sometimes we just have people walking in, and it's been word of mouth so far, and just happy to be in Grosse Pointe, happy to be in the part of this community. Met great people like you, and started networking, joined the chamber. So, 6 months is relatively new for business, but I couldn't be happier at where we're at right now.
Awesome. Well, glad to have you in the community. And as Margarita had mentioned, she's part of the Grosse Pointe Chamber of Commerce, and that's how we met. We were at one of the
The
events and
event.
mixers.
It was
And,
it
yeah,
was old downtown area, I think.
it was in the village.
Yes.
But I remember, I don't know if you maybe you do as well. I was even though we had met, we didn't really get to chat.
Right.
But I was standing in line at a certain coffee establishment.
Yeah, I have no problem approaching people.
And so I'm standing there, and all of a sudden I get tapped on the shoulder, and she goes, "Hi," and I go, "Oh, hi," and
Stranger danger.
yeah, and so I'm just like, "How are you?" And she goes, "Good, good," and then we just connected, and so from there she asked about what I did, and so that's how we got affiliated with one another, and so it's been a good been a good professional relationship so far, and so one of the many things I wanna dive into here is, so when it comes to this fitness studio, Body Matrix by Margo, what would you say is one of the key factors and one of the key differences that makes this place stand out from other fitness studios and gyms in the Points and really in Metro Detroit?
Well, it's women only, and it's oriented in a way that there's a female energy. So a lot of times women go to the gym and they don't feel comfortable doing certain exercises. They feel like other people might be looking at them. They feel like they cannot pursue fully the path of growing certain body parts because they feel like, oh, I don't feel comfortable doing this, I don't feel comfortable doing that. And that's why it's a female only space. And I wanted to have that, and that's why I created the studio for women only, because I want everybody to be comfortable and being able. We want to work on glutes. We're going to grow those glutes, and we're not going to be worried at anybody checking us out. So, that's one of the differences. And another difference, I would say, it's just have so much experience with fitness. And I worked for Equinox as a trainer. I worked for Lifetime as a trainer. Just bringing all of this kind of together, and having the knowledge growing up, pursuing ballet and, then yoga, kind of all came together for me. So it's a different experience. Like, let's say it's not just resistance training we're doing here. We're doing a full body transformation. We start from, working on the balance and strengthening the core, and then we also work on flexibility. It's just like kind of like building a house, and I start slow, building the base, and then we gradually add and it's time consuming. It's not going to happen overnight, but after several months, people are like, oh my god, look at my blood work. Like, it's once you invest into your body, and your body is a temple, once you invest into your health and you stay consistent, like, the change is going to happen. You just have to give it time.
I also, what I noticed too, just as an outsider looking in as well, is you have a very, like, it's a mixture of motivating, zen, yet having this sense of accountability as well with your clients, and it seems like you approach each student of yours almost with almost type of a custom-based plan.
100%.
Because as they say, all bodies are different.
Very important part, actually.
Yeah. So with that being said, I would have to go ahead and assume, and figure that that's also probably what drives a lot of so far of the success and continued success to this place.
Thank you. Well, yes, I do believe that everybody is different, and that's why I create a program for each individual. Some movements might be repeated, but overall, it's an individual approach. And I also help people with giving them nutritional advice, and nutritional planning comes free once you enroll into exercise program, because nutrition is at 80% of the success. What we put in our bodies. A lot of times people get confused, it's like macros, it seems a little complicated. How much protein do I need to eat? All of those questions, make people confused. And then a lot of times, you eat out and it's like, what am I consuming? It's just like once you follow nutritional plan for some time, you start understanding better and you start eating better. It's going to take about 3 weeks to build a new habit, just like anything else. But once you put exercise and nutrition together hand in hand and you stay consistent and you show up, it's just life-changing.
Yeah, absolutely. And as someone that is all for health and wellness and likes to participate in various physical activities, I hear you. I hear you. So
yeah,
you're
what
preaching.
do you do? What do you do for yourself?
Oh, what do I do?
Mm-hmm.
So I thought we talked about. Well, for those that don't know, I do enjoy boxing.
Fun. Yes, I love boxing. Yes. Kickboxing too.
Oh, kickboxing. Okay, never done that, but regular boxing. And then also I need to get back into it now that the weather's finally started to cool down more, and I got a wedding I gotta go to.
Jogging?
Yes, running. Mm-hmm.
I love jogging by the lake, or just, fast-paced walking. We are so blessed with this neighborhood. I love all the parks here in Grosse Pointe.
Yes, very scenic.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of want to dive into, because this is called Marketing Minds Meet. So one of the things that I like to, discuss and have a healthy dialogue about is, so far, so you've been open for 6 months. So where have you seen so far? Where have you seen the best tactics for your marketing campaign? Where do you see some improvements that can be made? What has worked best for you and the studio as far as bringing in people? Has it been I know you mentioned word of mouth. Has there been any digital efforts? Has there been old school snail mail? What's worked for you, and where do you see evolution as well with it?
So basically, at the beginning, we did some of the Facebook marketing, which is just a Facebook ad, and that brought a couple clients. I just started creating accounts as far as like TikTok and Instagram for Body Matrix. So I've been doing that recently. I should have done it at the beginning and I didn't. I think nowadays it's a different game. Everybody's on their phones, which creates bad posture, but we are on our phones. And Instagram and TikTok, I think, will be good. I cannot say yet because it hasn't brought a single client yet, but I started both accounts just a couple weeks ago. So yeah, it's Instagram Body Matrix by Margo, and same thing with TikTok. I am going to start this month a mailing campaign, and we invested some money. So we'll see how that goes. I will let you know. We're gonna have mailers in the Grosse Pointe area. So, people should just walk in and check it out. I feel like a lot of times people are just afraid to walk in somewhere, but it's what's the worst thing that's gonna happen? My first session, I just spent 35 minutes familiarizing with somebody, how they move. And it's a free session, and it's a free fitness assessment. And I believe it's important for a person before he invests, because it's a 2-month commitment I ask of people before they invest into that. I want them to know how it feels to have that personal attention to your body. And we also provide infrared saunas, which is, God, it's life-changing. I started using infrared saunas when I lived in Los Angeles, and it was oh my God. I'm not a drinker. So if I have like a couple glasses of red wine for a certain occasion, next day I just don't feel great. And that's when I first honestly tried infrared sauna. And I was like, oh my God, I feel so good. I got like endorphins and, I felt like metabolism kicked in and just like overall, so amazing. I'm so glad we have two of those because I definitely take advantage of that.
So I have two. It is quite therapeutic. But for those that are still unaware, what is an infrared sauna? I can't talk today. Infrared sauna, and what are the benefits of it, but how does it differ from regular saunas? Like what are the benefits, and what
I'll
can
tell
people
you
get?
all
Yeah,
about
I want to hear. We want to hear it.
I know you tried it and I know you loved it, and so does everybody else. That's why I offer first introduction session, 30-minute session for free to anyone who walks in the studio, because it's very different from any other infrared sauna. So you normally go in, fully, and it's like after a certain time you are in that booth, let's say other, infrared saunas, you like, okay, your hair starts sweating, your face starts sweating, and I didn't like that part. So for me, I want to be going, right after my infrared sauna, shower real quick, and I don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, now I have to get my hair done, because like you go in and you also like experience how hard it is to sit for 30 minutes in a booth, like, and here you lay. I sometimes, we have meditation music. I sometimes just meditate for 30 minutes. But on some days, if I have something that needs to be done on my phone, I can be laying on my tummy, getting detox, speeding up my metabolism. I mean, there's so many benefits on infrared sauna, and getting work done on my phone. Like, it's doable because you can just do all that because your head is out of infrared sauna.
Okay, yeah. So it's not nearly as limiting as a regular sauna where you have to worry about the vapors and the steam.
Yes.
You can.
Like, look, I just did it. Look at me. Like, I'm ready to go. I mean, of course I'm going to shower, but overall, like, you don't have to worry about, like, oh my God, my face, my hair. It's mostly ladies we worry about those things, but it's just like, if you have a lot of hair, you don't want to be sweating like crazy, and like you have to, get on with your day, and you got tasks to do, like just getting hair done for women, it takes some time, like, blow dry and all that stuff. So you want to use sauna, and you want to shower real quick and continue with your day. And still get all the benefits.
Absolutely. And yeah, so if you heard, or if you haven't tried it, try it. Stop on in. I've done it. It's great. I'm going to be doing it very soon, here in the very near future.
He's hooked on it now. He loves it. Yeah.
So now is the part of the show where if anybody, including you, are a Star Wars fan like me.
Oh, cool! Yes.
I love Star Wars.
Who doesn't?
We're gonna go down the dark side now. We're gonna go down, and this is the balance of the light and the dark.
Ooh.
So
should we turn the lights off? You want to get real dark?
So first dark side question I have for you, because I feel this is necessary too, because in life there is
balance.
There is a balance. Tell me something about what you do here at Body Matrix by Margo. Tell me something that you don't like and why.
Let's see. I don't do anything I don't like in life. If I don't like something, I just don't do it. If it doesn't feel right to me, to my heart, to my soul, I just don't do it. So my answer to you, if I don't like it, I'm just not going to do it.
So there's no part of the daily tasks that...
No, I love my job, and it's like it lights up my day to work with people. I don't feel like I'm actually working because it's something I love doing, and it took me a while to figure that out. What is it that I want to do that lights up my soul on fire, and I don't feel like I'm working on daily? Just like I feel it's like my second home, and No, I only do what I like. And I, continue growing, continue educating myself, and just like it more and more and more. The deeper I dive in, the more I learn. It's just like it's never ending learning experience, and just like discovering new ways to work with bodies. It's just like lights my soul on fire. So no, I don't do anything I don't like, period. And if people try to tell me I should do something I don't like, that's not going to go well.
Okay. Then let's go into what would you say is one of the biggest challenges so far that you faced since opening your own place here, and now going from working at another fitness establishment where you were just part of an umbrella of a
Yes.
bigger entity, but now you're the
I got
umbrella.
you. I have an answer for you.
Where do you see your biggest challenge now? As now that you're running the show here, this is your production.
Well, I would say probably the most thing that stops a lot of people from doing something they love, it's a fear. Just not letting fear in. That's why I meditate. That's why I do breath work to begin with. A lot of times, we want to do something and we want to change our lives. And then the fear kicks in. Oh, what if this? What if that? And just, thinking about it and not letting fear get in the way. It's like scary, of course. Like, oh my gosh, what if we're not going to have clients coming in? What if this? What if that? But you just gotta get up every day, go and take that risk. Otherwise, things just not gonna change. Just willing for things to change, not actually doing anything about it is not gonna bring that change.
So the risk. So what you're saying is the risk is
fear.
Greater. Yeah, the risk and the fear.
Yeah,
But
it's worth it.
Right. Mm-hmm. But I think as the great FDR. Franklin Delano Roosevelt once said, the only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
Yes, 100% agree with that. And also another challenge I would say is just explaining to my clients that, of course, there are like so many benefits to incorporating exercise as a routine, but also like trying to influence them to stick to the meal plan, because a lot of times they're like, I love going out and all of that. You still can do all of those things. You just do the meal plan at the beginning, and then you learn how to eat better, and then you make better choices when you go out. It just gotta go hands in hands, especially when people are looking for those dramatic changes. Like my investor is my client, and she lost about 60 pounds within a year. Did she do the work? She did. She showed up and I helped her do the work, but she's the one who did the work, and she's the one who stuck with nutritional plan. Like that's like hand-in-hand thing. So you can't be just exercising and then eating bad stuff. You can, but the difference is not going to be as great as it could be. And it's like, why not? You only got one body. Like, don't you want to do the best things for your body, your temple?
Yes, but see, Margaritas, we live in America, and Americans we have the highest rate of obesity.
Unfortunately, that's
true. We just had a conversation this morning. She looked at my coffee I was drinking. She's like, what is that? And I said it was just from the gas station. She's like, it's terrible for you.
No, that's why I have an espresso machine for my clients. If they needed a little kick, before the workout, that's what I do. I get my espresso. I don't really enjoy pre-workouts, and I'm quite sensitive to any type of, substances. So those pre-workouts I've tried myself, and I was like, whoa! I was like, what is this too much? My heart race. I was like, I'm just going to stick to my espresso before I work out, and so do most of my clients.
Right, plus a lot of the most, if not all, of those pre-workout supplements and powders, and those are not regulated by the FDA. So you don't really know what you're putting in.
Same thing with food, unfortunately. Let's go to the grocery store, and it's like you can't consume half of the products that are on the shelves without doing damage to your health. Let's get real there. But and if you want to get organic stuff, it's expensive, and it gets more and more expensive. Like I get organic eggs like $8. I'm like, what? But it's like I want to eat good stuff. I want to consume good things for my body, and like it affects my brain. It affects everything else. You know how you feel on daily.
Yep, and see, this is the struggle. These are first world problems.
Yeah, yeah, right. White people problems, right? Yeah, that's what they say. Me Russian trying to be funny in here.
Hey, listen, I'm all about comedy, okay? Like,
yeah,
comedy...
I make fun of myself all day long, so. Yeah.
Oh, I'll roast myself. I'll be but that's a whole other. That's a whole other.
Right.
Whole other
You're right. We
hole.
like taking away from.
So the next and last dark side question I have. Now this is first and foremost. Are you familiar with? Do you listen to blues music at all?
Oh yeah, I love jazz and I love blues. Yeah.
Okay. How are you familiar with he was a guitar player by the name of Robert Johnson? Have you heard that name before?
Sounds familiar.
Okay. So,
I'm not sure though. I'm pretty bad with names. I could be lying.
Okay.
I hope you're not messing with me.
Oh no,
You said it's a dark side, so I'm not sure what to expect.
Oh, just buckle your seats, people. Well, those that watch the program, you know what's about to happen. But so Robert Johnson was a blues acoustic guitar player, and he was around during the like 30s, like early 40s era. So he was from the Mississippi Delta. And when he started out playing guitar, he wasn't all that great. Like, he could play, but, like, he wasn't really anything to remember. So, as time went on, he practiced and even had a guitar instructor. And the instructor was like, oh, Robert's okay, but, like, you know, there's really nothing to write home about. And, you know, Robert would try, you know, play gigs.
You gotta keep trying.
Right. So the mythos goes that one day he was walking home and he had his guitar case and guitar in hand, and he happened to stumble across this individual that said to him, hey, does your guitar need tuning? And Robert goes, I guess it does. Yeah, sure. And so the individual goes, okay, I'll tune your guitar, and you know, when I do this, you know, this will make you an exponentially better guitar player. And he goes, oh, great.
Interesting.
Okay, yeah, see, I know. Such a fun story so far.
Something's coming up.
So, the legend goes is that when he did this, the individual that tuned his guitar happened to be the devil, Satan himself.
Ooh, what a cool story. I love it.
So,
can't he come in here? I kind of want to see that.
So the legend goes, after that happened, Robert became a world renowned. If you listen to his music, and even to this day, players like Eric Clapton, Buddy Guy, all of these legendary blues guitarists get their influence from Robert in some way, shape, or form, and even. They've all.
Why wasn't it an angel? Why does it have to be a devil?
Well, because here's why. Well, I'm getting to that.
Okay.
So when people listen to him play, it sounded like it was two guitars playing when it was really just one. That's how good he was.
Wow.
Like in just the finger work he had and the picking and the skills.
So cool.
So, but here's the thing. It came with a price. Like,
what did they take from him? What did he take? A liver? Tell me.
I love this. So one day he was at a juke joint and he went to go get a drink, and he went to take a sip of his drink and he felt faint and he keeled over and he was killed instantly. So,
don't drink. No booze, people. I'm telling you, get sober. Tell all my clients this is a poison. I mean, that's why I go sober. I just allow myself to have a couple drinks during summer, and then I go sober all year because it is a poison. Yeah, that's the point of a story.
No, good guess though. The point of the story. God, this is great.
Yeah, patience, I got none.
The point of the story is that he was given an offer and an opportunity to sell his soul to become some world famous musician, but in turn, what the price was, because as we all know,
Short
the
life.
devil comes to collect his pay in some way, shape, or form.
Right.
So in this case, the payment was his life.
Where did you learn this story? It's really cool. I'm gonna steal it and tell everybody now. Sorry.
It's the internet.
Not sorry. Really? You literally found the story on the internet?
No.
Somebody told
I've
you.
watched documentaries.
Oh, cool. I love
but
documentaries.
the other kind of eerie thing about him as well is there really isn't, besides his recordings, and there aren't really that many recordings of him, because back then, there weren't music studios, so recordings were very, very basic. He'd play out on porches or at juke joints at night.
Right. There's nothing wrong with that.
So, but the other eerie thing is not only is there isn't a lot of music of his out there isn't a lot of documentation. Not really much is known about him, and the people that would know about him.
Now I want to hear this guitar player.
Oh, it is old school.
I feel like you should put it on now so people know what you're talking about.
I can maybe put it on in post. But anyway, so that's part of the mythos and the eeriness of it is not many people really know.
So why did you tell a story? You think the devil's going to come over here and ask me if I want to become a super master fitness guru?
So actually, so
are you the devil?
So my question to you is, well, I don't know, maybe I am.
Oh, good one.
I've been told that.
Oh yeah.
So my
on.
question
I would
to
be hanging
you,
out with you too,
my question to you, Margarita, is this. If the devil presented an opportunity to you to grow and have Body Matrix by Margo become a worldwide, not nationwide, worldwide
I pray to God
studio.
every night, count my blessings, and I'm a very spiritual person. I actually been to many temples worldwide, and I felt the Spirit of God, not just in church, which I go to. I try to, every other Sunday, but I felt the Spirit of God, and I count my blessings and pray every night. So definitely going to be a no answer. Plus, a lot of times, I'm going to start doing Yin yoga, which is going to be once a week, and it's going to be a breathing and meditation and all that good things. I feel like I could not be more grateful to God for everything He's given me, and I have an amazing son who's 4 years old too. So, no, I would say no to devil.
Okay, well, that's a good answer. Oh, well, an answer subject. I have had people that have said yes without hesitation.
Oh wow!
Yes.
I bet you didn't see these people again. You're like, I don't want to hang out with you, buddy. You made a wrong choice.
Well, is it wrong though?
Yes, it is.
That's subjective.
Okay, still wrong in my book.
Yes, wrong
in my book it is. Yeah, everyone's got their own book. Do what makes you happy. You want to hang out with devil, do that. Whatever makes you happy. I'm just not gonna be your friend. That's all. So if that's what you're into, get real about it. Look, the kids put tattoos on me all over, and I have no tattoos, and now I look like I don't even know. It's like all over. It's like I'm looking at myself today. I'm like, it was a kid's party, I went to yesterday, and that's why I have all of this ink on me that I actually don't have.
So your answer, yes. If you would have answered yes, that would not have necessarily meant that you would have had your life cut short. That could have meant family, loved ones,
of
friends.
Course,
they were at risk.
Of course, yeah.
You could have
that would be quite selfish for me to do, especially because I'm a single mom. Dad is in the picture kind of, but he's not really. So I would never do that to my child. Take that risk. My number one job in the world is being a mom, and the rest is. This is my second job. Being a mom is number one job.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good job. We made it through the dark side.
We did. We made it, and we did not even prepare, and it went great, I think.
So now let's go back into the light.
Yeah. You want to finish with the light?
Now we're back. Yes, because that's what we do here. But these are the conversations we have to have. These are the conversations that I feel like not many people have, but they should be had. You know what I mean?
They could if they wanted to. I don't like the word should.
I think it makes things more relatable.
Yeah. I don't like when people say should. I say like, I could if I would like to. So could you. Could be a language barrier. I just don't like the word should in general for some reason.
Okay. So now with that being said, so now, what are you now that you've been like we said, you've been open now for 6 months? What are your biggest goals and aspirations for the future and in the next 5 to 10 years in the near future for the studio? What would you like to see? Where would you like to see the studio in the future?
Well, I am probably gonna have a protege, and I'm gonna, teach them a lot of things that I already know, and I would love to be a mentor to a trainer who would be taking over. Let's say, if I want to go on a vacation, which I love traveling. Also, every time if I do go vacations, I also learn new things about exercise. And like I always explore, like I went to Bali for yoga retreat. Like I always try to learn things as I'm traveling, and picking it up from different cultures. Like when I went to Bali, the yoga retreat was amazing. I learned so much. It was like different type of yoga, I was like, oh, I know yoga, otherwise like, just like, you don't know anything really in this world. Like when you start going deep and it's like, oh my God, so much learning to do. But the point is I want to have somebody that I can rely on eventually. And I'm happy as it is right now. I love my community. I love the women that come here. They're all so different and they're so wonderful. I really believe that we attract a certain type of people, certain type of energies, and then I am already like happy. I mean, just probably having somebody to train women eventually. That's not going to be just me. Yeah.
Awesome. No, I love it. I love that the enthusiasm and the passion. Like, I noticed that a lot with you. There's enthusiasm and there's passion, which I think that's
huge.
Me.
That's me. It's Margarita here. I think I was named Margarita for the reason. It would be like a spicy one with jalapenos for sure.
Okay. I mean, I think it fits. I think it's very fitting. Web 3.0, metaverse, virtual reality, augmented reality. Do you see Body Matrix by Margo getting involved with Web 3.0 and entering now a realm where now you would be able to reach out to clientele that maybe isn't even just in...
Yes, I do work with people online. I do Zoom sessions. I have a client in London, and I have a client in Russia, St. Petersburg, and I have one more client. I love Zoom. I think it's so great that nowadays we have this opportunity to, to use Zoom and FaceTime and all of that. Like, for example, my family's in Russia, and I can't imagine not having that. And same with clients. A lot of clients of mine also want to continue working out when they're traveling. And I'm like, okay, let's do a 30-minute sesh. And then they feel great, go on with their day. So, virtual reality, like, what exactly you're talking about?
Yeah. So I was gonna touch on that a little bit more. So Apple is announced earlier, like middle of this year, that they were going to be releasing their Apple glasses. So it would be... Ooh. So this is now something where it's going to be augmented reality. But the point being is that now you're going to be able to navigate the internet. That's why it's called Web 3.0.
Very cool.
Right now we're in Web 2.
See, I'm just in-person person. I just love actual in-person connection, actual in-person energy exchange, actual in-person things. I'm not that big on virtual realities. That's not really my thing. I've tried it before. When I lived in Los Angeles, a friend of mine actually was a developer for one of those virtual games, and he had glasses at his house, and I've tried it. I mean, I think it's cool that you can learn things by virtual reality. I think that would be great. Learn a different language or learn a skill of like cooking or something. But other than that, I mean, I don't think I'm going to be... getting that much into the virtual reality.
Even if that means that the next generation wants to interact that way.
They can do whatever they want. It doesn't have to. You know. I mean, I'm open. I'm always open to learning new things and new ways. I mean, it's just like as of right now, I don't see myself doing it. But who knows? You know, we change, we grow, and new opportunities present themselves. So I'm not sure what's going to happen in the future, you know? You don't know. You might walk out the door and, you know, who knows what happens?
Get hit by a car.
Oh, no. I was trying to be positive and here with his devil, right? You know, no, that's not going to happen. You know, somebody gives you flowers. How about that?
Sure. We'll go with that.
I mean, come on. Do you want to get hit by a car? Don't say
I really would prefer not
God,
to.
please.
I would prefer
Imagine
not
how horrible
to.
it would be. You like just did it on a podcast and then you come out and you don't want. If you don't want something in your life, you don't talk about it. You don't bring it out to surface. All right, it was a joke, but
yeah. See, joke again. Comedy. Comedy brings.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer. Comedy brings everybody together.
Oh yeah, 100%. Laughing is the best medicine in the world. 100%.
All right. The last light side question. This is gonna be now a part where we go live on my YouTube channel, the live stream.
Ooh, I better stop moving then. Making
No,
noise
you're
with
good.
all
You're
the
good.
moving.
You're good. So with that being said, we are going to go live here very shortly here.
Who do you think is going to listen to us today?
Well, you'll see. All right, what's going on, everybody? I'm Walter Hooper, and welcome to another live stream edition. It's been a minute, but we've been planning some things now for the fall season. Yes, fall is here, but have no fear. That means that there's going to be new things happening and upon us here for the program. But I am here today at Body Matrix by Margo in Grosse Pointe Woods, Michigan. It is a boutique fitness studio that has been now here for 6 months, and I am thrilled to be here chatting and laughing and having very, very insightful discussions with the owner, Margarita Stetz. Say hey, what's going on?
Hi, good afternoon. I am excited to be here and chatting with you. You know, you bring good vibes, you bring good energy. I like that.
So for the live viewers, why don't you just give a brief overview of you and the studio and what you're all about?
Cool. So this is my dream come true. I manifested this. I'm a master manifester. Got ways to go with that. But I always wanted to, have a job that doesn't feel like a job. So that's how I came up with an idea of opening a studio for women. I love supporting women. I love growing with women, and I love the female energy. You know, that's why we give birth. We have that female energy that you guys don't. So that's why I wanted to open a business, for women. I wanted to help women change their bodies, and, it's just like, it's overall change. Once you start doing good things for yourself, body-wise, everything else kind of comes into place. And it's not just exercise. There is so much more to it. And also, I'm just very glad that we have 2 infrared saunas in here too, because it changed my health. I used to be hurting after I worked out, and I have this soreness, and I'm like, I can't move today. And it's okay, But now I don't have to feel that way. Now I just go and I use my infrared sauna for 30 minutes. I'm like brand new, like I just did today. That's why I'm like, bubbly, good vibes,
Well, I can tell. Yeah, you definitely. I mean, you're always like just good energy and good vibes, but especially after that infrared sauna, you can't help but to have that just be boosted. Right.
That's what's going on.
So we've been chatting here for probably the last half hour or so, but question that I had for you that I think people would like to know. So when you are not running this studio and being the boss that you are, what are some of your favorite hobbies and pastime activities that you enjoy in your downtime?
I love painting. I love recharging on the nature, just being on the nature, walking barefoot, hugging a tree, spending time with my son outside, outdoors, enjoying the sunshine, reading a book, love reading, always did. When you grow up on Russian classic literature, you can't help it but fall in love with reading. So, either that or may take a yoga class, meditate. Yeah, that sums it up. I mean, I also love jogging and playing tennis.
Okay. I didn't know you played tennis.
Mm-hmm. I'm okay. I'm definitely not a Maria Sharapova in here, but
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow.
I am very competitive, so,
As am I. I understand it. Well, I'm an Aries, so Aries are always competitive.
All right, interesting. I'm a Cancer.
Oh, my brother's a Cancer.
Makes sense.
So
That's why you like my bubbly energy. Cancers, like artistic type of people.
and he also likes to draw. Well, he draws. So,
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. So must
Cool.
must come with
I mean,
the,
I painted all of this.
What, you did?
I mean, not the wallpaper. I'm talking about the actual. I painted all of the walls in purple and and I did all the wallpaper myself. I think it's a lot of times people ask me, "Where'd you get the wallpaper? I want it for my house," and I'm like, "I'm sorry, but it's like." It took me a second to find it. I mean, I usually give them the information, but I mean, I probably could paint that too, but it would take much longer than just putting the wallpaper.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Me
Me and my client did it all ourselves here with our bare hands.
Well, I mean, it's a labor of love, I can tell.
Thank you.
So, last question I have for you, Margarita, before I let you go and we log off here. How can people find you if they want to check out the studio, if they want to book a session with you or multiple sessions, if they want to go in that wonderful infrared sauna? Do you have a website, social media,
Yes.
phone number, email? Now it's the time to plug and promote all the things that people can do and all the contact info.
So it's www.bodymatrixbymargo.com is a website. I do not put pricing for personal training, but I can tell you it's very affordable. It's actually less expensive than a Lifetime or Equinox or any box gym. I also have an Instagram page, again, same thing, Body Matrix by Margo. Just started doing that, and same thing with TikTok, Body Matrix by Margo. I mean, once you Google us, the phone number and the address comes up.
Okay. All right. Cool. This is I've thoroughly enjoyed this. It's nice to be in a. I love the knot. Just for the record, I love the knot. But it is nice sometimes to
get out.
Yeah. To get out.
I'm happy. I'm happy. That you showed up and we did it. It was fun.
Yeah. And yeah. So once again, this has been a pleasure, a thrill. I feel like I could talk to you for hours.
Cool.
But
same. I feel the same way.
But no, this has been another episode of Marketing Minds Meet. Please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel and to our page.
He's amazing. He's really good at what he does. You should everybody should subscribe.
Oh, you're too kind.
It's true. If I didn't feel that way, I wouldn't say that.
But anyways, this has been another Marketing Minds Meet. Thank you to everyone that's tuned in and watched this episode, and please watch more. Would mean the world to me and into the company. I am Margarita. Thank you so much again, and
thank you.
I wish you continued success in this endeavor that is Body Matrix by Margo. You built something pretty cool here.
I appreciate it.
So.
Thanks for your time. Give you a handshake.
So with that being said, that's going to do it for us, and we will see you
До
next time.
свидания. Goodbye.